Ousmane Dembele, a World Cup winner and a key player for both club and country, has been unstoppable this season with his club Paris Saint-Germain. Averaging nearly a goal per match, he has left opposing defenses in shambles. His recent hat-trick against Brest in Ligue 1 and Stuttgart in the Champions League are proof of his blistering form. As one of the top performers of the season, Dembele's name should be mentioned alongside other standouts like Mohamed Salah of Liverpool, highlighting his showing as a top-tier performer of the season thus far. But despite his impressive performance, the football world doesn't seem to be taking note of him at all. He seems to be flying under the radar, while players like Lamine Yamal, who have less impact at least in this season, are receiving more attention. Well, here's the scary truth about Dembele's revival at PSG, and why he definitely should be garnering more praises. The 2024-2025 football season needed a spark after a previous year marked by a lack of truly top performers. Fortunately, a few top players, including Dembele, have risen to that challenge. With 20 goals so far, Dembele leads the French league as the top scorer by a good margin. His impressive form should put him alongside elite players in other leagues like Mo Salah, Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, and Rafinha. Moreover, Dembele has effectively filled the void left by Mbappe's departure to Real Madrid from PSG last summer. Dembele is delivering when it matters most for PSG. In the league, he's been a game-changer as he scored the winner against Brest, came off the bench to net a vital goal against Reims, and sealed the deal against Lens. He also set the tone for a 3-1 win over Lyon with a perfectly timed finish. His double against Monaco helped secure a thrilling 4-2 victory, and he repeated that feat in the second leg. Plus, he scored both goals in a 2-1 win over Saint Etienne and even bagged a hat-trick on the road against Brest. He's been the real deal thus far, stepping up big in moments and making a lasting impact on the pitch. He's also been superb in the UCL, scoring against Manchester City at home, putting 3 past Stuttgart to keep them in the competition, and then scoring twice against Brest in the knockout stage. He also got the only goal in the Super Cup win against Monaco in January to help PSG take home the first silverware of the season. There's just no denying how excellent Dembele has been all season. But then, why are other players getting more recognition than Dembele, who's quite literally performed a miracle to revive his career? Perhaps Dembele's reputation, particularly during his time at Barcelona, plays a significant role in how he is looked upon today. To truly appreciate the impact of Dembele's resurgence, you need to look back on the adversity he has faced throughout his career. Dembele's rise began at Rennes, where he burst onto the scene as an 18-year-old. Wearing the red and black jersey, he wowed the crowd with his pace, footwork, and clinical finishing. In his only season with Rennes, Dembele left his mark, netting 12 goals in just 26 appearances. His superb performances quickly made him one of Europe's brightest prospects, catching the eye of top clubs everywhere. And it culminated into a well-deserved move to Borussia Dortmund in 2016, where the young star would continue his ascent on an even bigger stage. Building on his impressive start at Rennes, Dembele took his game to new heights at Dortmund, forming a strong partnership with Marco Reus and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang that left Bundesliga defenders on their heels. His first goal for the club came in a rebounding 5-1 victory over Wolfsburg, and he soon followed up with his maiden Champions League goal in an exhilarating 8-4 win against Legia Warsaw. At the end of the season, Dembele featured in an impressive 50 games, scoring 10 times and providing 21 assists to seal his status as one of the brightest up-and-coming talents. His contributions were also enough to help the team end a 5-year trophy drought as they clinched the German Cup that year, with Dembele scoring and winning the Man of the Match award in the final. Coincidentally, around this time, Barcelona's dynasty with Messi, Neymar, and Luis Suarez was coming to an end, with Neymar joining PSG for a world record fee. Now, with the Catalan club looking for a replacement for their skillful Brazilian, they turned their attention to Dembele, securing his signature for a whopping 104 million euros plus a reported 40 million euros in add-ons. Dembele's impressive performances had finally earned him a move to one of the world's biggest clubs, where he was set to play alongside legends like Messi and Suarez. Initially, everything seemed perfect, but this promising start was soon overshadowed by challenges. Although Dembele's transfer to Barcelona was well-deserved, the big price tag raised eyebrows among some Barca fans. At a guaranteed fee of 105 million euros, he became the joint second most expensive player at the time, alongside Paul Pogba, and was only surpassed by Neymar's record-breaking 222 million euro deal that sent him to PSG from Barca. The huge price tag and the pressure of replacing one of the world's most deadly attackers set sky-high expectations for the young Frenchman. These expectations were only intensified by an awkward start. During his unveiling at a packed Camp Nou, he fumbled twice while attempting to juggle the ball, creating a comical yet somewhat cringeworthy moment. This rocky beginning foreshadowed the challenges that lay ahead for the French prodigy as he stepped into the spotlight at Barca. The pressure on Dembele was great right from the start, and it became a reoccurring theme throughout his time at Barca. He struggled to recapture the magic that had made him a sensation at Dortmund and Rennes. In his first 2 La Liga seasons, he managed a modest 11 goals and 11 assists, only occasionally showcasing his brilliance. Then came the injury woes that would define his time at Catalonia. In the following season, Dembele hurt his hamstring in the very first match, an injury that would haunt him repeatedly. This injury limited him to only 5 league appearances that year, transforming the once electrifying winger into the injury-prone figure that fans and pundits came to know. Throughout his time at Barcelona, Dembele's career was plagued by constant injuries with a total of 13, 7 of them linked to his hamstring. In the 2018-19 season alone, he missed 20 matches due to a hamstring injury, followed by 9 more after sustaining another muscle injury against Real Sociedad. The following season brought more misfortune. An ankle injury sidelined him for 6 games, and another severe hamstring tear ruled him out for the remainder of the season. These recurring injuries not only kept Dembele off the pitch, but also prevented him from building any consistent momentum, turning what should have been a golden opportunity at one of the world's biggest clubs into a frustrating tale of unfulfilled potential. The string of injuries and mismatches led to Dembele being labeled as an expensive flop, a perception that gave the youngster a bad image. In football, staying healthy and injury-free is often considered a great asset, and Dembele's frequent absence made it difficult for him to prove his worth. Despite his undeniable talent, his inability to stay on the pitch consistently overshadowed his potential, leaving many to question whether his big transfer fee tag had been justified. During his 6 years at Barcelona, Dembele's time on the pitch was overshadowed by his struggles with injuries. Out of 185 games played, he missed 118 matches and spent approximately 675 days on the sidelines. These earned him the unflattering nickname Hospital Merchant, and frustrated Barca fans who had hoped he would fill the void left by Neymar. Dembele's inability to stay fit consistently became a source of disappointment for supporters who had expected much more from the club's expensive signing. It wasn't just the injuries that dragged Dembele's reputation down at Barcelona. It was his inconsistency, even when he was fit. He developed a frustrating knack for missing crucial chances, like the infamous sitter in stoppage time during the final leg of the 2019 Champions League semi-finals against Liverpool. Converting that could have sealed a 4-0 victory over Barca and likely prevented Liverpool's comeback in the second leg. Instead, it became a defining moment of missed opportunity and opened the door for a historic comeback. The final chapter of Dembele's turbulent time at Barcelona came with his controversial departure from the club. In 2022, Barcelona's director of football, Mateu Alemanya, publicly criticized Dembele and his agents for demanding exorbitant terms during contract negotiations despite knowing the club's precarious financial situation. The drawn-out saga led to questions about his professionalism and attitude, prompting Barcelona to put him up for sale immediately. This strained relationship came to a head in the summer of 2023 when Dembele was sold to Paris Saint-Germain for €50 million. His exit left a sour taste for many Barca fans who had endured years of injuries, inconsistency, and unmet expectations from the player considered Neymar's replacement. For Dembele, it marked the end of a tumultuous era in Catalonia and the beginning of a new chapter in Paris. He left the Spanish club, having joined an unwanted list of expensive players who failed to reach their full potential at the club, along with the likes of Philippe Coutinho and fellow Frenchman Antoine Griezmann. When Dembele left Barcelona for PSG, his reputation had taken a significant hit. Once hailed as a dazzling talent, he was now widely seen as a €150 million disappointment plagued by injuries that threatened to derail his career. However, labeling Dembele a complete flop would be wrong. Despite his club's struggles, he achieved international success with France, playing a role in their 2018 World Cup win and contributed to France's impressive run to the final in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Dembele's story serves as a reminder that a player's journey is often more complex than simple success or failure, with moments of brilliance interspersed with periods of frustration and setback. Nowadays, Dembele has been on a mission to save his name and re-establish his status as a superstar, and he's doing a fantastic job of it. Since joining PSG, Ousmane Dembele has finally lived up to the expectations set for him years ago. He's overcome his injury woes, missing only 3 games due to fitness issues since last season. The newfound durability has allowed him to showcase his true potential consistently. Dembele has embraced the prestigious number 10 shirt formerly worn by Neymar and all the responsibilities that come with it. He's become the linchpin of PSG's attacking force, displaying a level of maturity that was often questioned during his time at Barcelona. His performances have been nothing short of spectacular, with an impressive 18 goals in just 11 games since early December. The French winger's resurgence has captured the hearts of PSG fans who have warmly embraced him, a big contrast to the frustration he often faced at Barcelona. Under Luis Enrique, Dembele is causing nightmares for defenses in France and across Europe. At the time of making this video, they are head and neck on top of the Ligue 1 standings with Marseille, who are second being 13 points behind them.